Do you have terrible anxiety, perhaps even panic attacks, and it just doesn't make sense? That seems to be no reason for it. You may want to consider mold toxicity as a cause. Let's face it, most buildings will suffer from water damage and water intrusion at some point, and this can cause the growth of mold. The problem with mold is that some types produce toxins, and this can adversely affect our health and functioning. Think about it. If you feel a lot better when you get away from your home for days or weeks at a time, you may have mold in your home. Or perhaps you just feel better on the weekends when you're not at your work or school environment. Of course, who doesn't? But you know what I mean. And then what mold does to our body is many, but it affects our immune system, it affects our detox pathways, it blocks them, but it also affects our brain significantly. And it affects a part called the limbic system, which affects our mood, cortisol, and that fight or flight reaction, and it can result in terrible anxiety. So what can you do? Well, get away from the mold, first of all. Unfortunately, getting away from the mold doesn't necessarily get it out of your body, though. Most people remain symptomatic and it needs to be treated. But it can be. If you suspect mold toxicity, I highly recommend that you see a functional integrative medicine practitioner, because traditional providers are not necessarily trained in medical school how to test, diagnose, or treat mold toxicity. But it can be done. I've seen plenty of people get better. If you do suspect mold toxicity, do something. Check out this website, survivingmold.com. They list all the different symptoms that can be caused by mold toxicity. Can you relate? Research shows that clicking the thumbs up and subscribe button will make fingers healthy and strong, and besides, it's free.